Hello, guys. John Harbaugh has been fired. Um, didn't necessarily expect it. I've been hearing it was like a coin flip. I expected Munkin and Orr to definitely be gone. Harbaugh, I don't know if Bisciotti knew he would fire him today. It sounded like the end of the season meeting didn't go well. Um, a lot of reports coming out. Harbaugh lost the locker room. Lamar and other the top voices wanted Munkin out. John wanted to retain the same coaching staff for next year, which sounds about right. Um, I said in my last podcast why I thought his time was up here. It's been built up for the last couple years, but ultimately, if you go into a season Super Bowl favorites and don't make the playoffs, you're probably gone. I mean, I know injuries and whatever happened, but that's unacceptable, especially here where a culture of winning always has been. This makes too much sense. I mean, to move on from him. He's having, I mean, they said he had seven teams reach out to his agent within 45 minutes of him being fired, and there's only six head coaching jobs available. And they said there might even be more teams that have head coaches that are going to be in on him, and they need him to commit to there before firing their coach. I think I'm really think he'll be in New York, the next Giants head coach. I think it's the best job. Really young core. I mean, really promising young core. You have obviously good quarterback in Dart. I think he'll should turn a corner and maybe become an elite quarterback these next few years. High draft pick, Abdul Carter, Brian Burns. You have Malik Neighbors. There's a lot of pieces there, and another pretty known good organization. Think that just makes too much sense for John Harbaugh. Good for him. That's a good job. Should be competing and losing playoff games in devastating fashion within 2 years, probably. So that's cool. Good for him. Talked about who I think they should bring in on the last podcast. But I think anybody that schematically gives affects them on offense and defense. And I think this players coach model, the Harbaugh, the Tomlin, I think it's becoming more and more outdated. Um, really think you need to bring in somebody that would. I mean, I think I prefer an offensive mind. A defensive mind wouldn't mind either. I think that's the more popular opinion right now amongst Ravens fans is a defensive guy. I just would love to see a young offensive mind with Lamar. Think it. I mean, they could get. I was thinking about it. There's the Clint Kubiak, Jesse Minter, Kevin Stefanski are names I've heard a lot. Brian Flores. I mean, if they don't like any of them guys, I don't necessarily know how it works with the contract and stuff. If you have to trade for them, then it wouldn't be. But I mean, they could poach a coach from one of these teams. I've been looking at Kyle Shanahan's contract. Can't really find anything out. It looks like it might be extended through 2027. But if you think that anybody wouldn't want to be here, I mean, I think anybody would want to be here. I think it's probably a top one of the best jobs in football, if not the best job in football. I mean, it's an A-plus organization. Nobody's ever said anything bad about the organization. You have the most talented quarterback in the NFL. I mean, in history of the NFL, who I think has taken the game to a whole new level this year. I think he has shown so much development in reading the defense pre-snap. I think that's where his game has improved the most this year. The Remember when he checked it into the screen? I mean, these are just a few examples, but there's so many more I'm sure this year. But when he checked into the screen earlier in the year, I forget against, but the Rasheen Ali touchdown. Then that Bills game, oh sorry, that Steelers game on the Zay Flowers touchdown when he was wide open. I mean, Chris Collinsworth brought it out before. He checked into something, and then Zay is wide open. He reads the defense like Peyton Manning at this point. Do not think he needs his legs anymore. That's just like it's always the last couple years. It's just been like a bonus. His legs, he is so good in the pocket. So unbelievable football IQ that I think he'll these next 10 years we're gonna see a Peyton Manning, Lamar Jackson. Can't imagine he's gonna run for more than 400 yards a year anymore, and that is fine. He doesn't need to. I think there's other quarterbacks who I won't name. but in the NFL that are more reliant on their legs at this point. Josh Allen, but yeah, all I really wanted to say there about that wild stuff. Glad it happened. It had to happen. He's the only coach I've known my whole life. Time was up. Um, wish him the best. Nothing against him. Didn't end how obviously you want it to end, but really wish him the best with the Giants. Um, yeah. One more thing I wanted to talk about, other than that, is what I meant to mention in the last podcast was one more thing the Ravens do 100% need to do this offseason, and this makes me think, and it's a guarantee at this point, but you need to extend Lamar. $75 million cap hit this year and next year. That's impossible. You can't win when you have a player making what, like a third of the cap, I guess, maybe a little under a third of the cap. You just can't win. Um, seems they will. They know that they will extend him. Should happen soon, I guess, to free up money. I just wanted to I forgot to mention that in the last podcast. And the final thing I'm going to talk about is Tyler Loop. Do not DM, do not message or hate on Tyler Loop and his wife's Instagram comment section. I mean, it happens every time something like this happens, but it is so trashy. It is such a bad look for Ravens fans. You should really try to avoid hating on people on Instagram. It's just more personal. If you really have hate in your heart and want to get something off your chest, I think Twitter is a place for you. I mean, I'm not perfect. I've been 15 years old getting blocked by Matt Skura, um, Anthony Averett. I know I was blocked by on Twitter, but I'm trying to keep it as Anthony Averett actually ended up. It might have worked for him because he ended up having a solid year here. I mean, after and then was kind of upset when he left when he went to the Raiders. But I remember in that Chiefs game, the one time they beat the Chiefs in the last 8 years, but he was awesome. He was locking up Tyreek Hill at the end there. But yeah, nobody's perfect. And Matt Skura kind of deserved it, maybe. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, hate on Twitter, not Instagram. Hate on the football ability as much as you can. Don't personally attack them. Goes without saying. But it just happens every time. And it's so silly every time. It's not worth it to be DMing Hunter's wife. That's pathetic. Um, yeah, that's all I'll talk about here. This is a quick podcast. Just wanted to give my thoughts on the Harbaugh firing. Um, Munkin is out of there, obviously. I mean, that's obvious. Munkin is gone. I mean, Harbaugh went to bat for him and the Ravens. I mean, Bisciotti wasn't having it. Munkin's gone. Imagine Zach Orr's gone. Would expect them to move quick here on a head coach. Hopefully, they have somebody in mind. Um, days or in these next days or week, bring in a new coach. Still like Jim Schwartz so much as defensive coordinator. I know he's getting head coach looks, but I think that is the dream defensive coordinator. And then head coach, there's a lot of options. I mentioned them. We will see. And I guess that's all I have to say, really. This is like a half podcast. I'll do my Super Bowl predictions and go through every round on Thursday. And yeah, thanks for listening.